The waitress's hand shook as she placed the leather bill folder on the billionaire's table. To everyone else, it looked like an ordinary check at the end of an expensive dinner. But one sentence, carefully circled in blue ink near the bottom, changed everything. It read, "Gunman behind you. Deal gone wrong. Exit now." The billionaire didn't react. He simply stared at the words for a single heartbeat, closed the folder, and quietly reached for his jacket. In the next few minutes, a crowded restaurant would become the stage for a decision that would save lives, uncover betrayal, and forever connect two strangers who had never expected to meet. If you believe kindness, courage, and second chances can change lives, please like this video, leave a comment, share it with your friends, and subscribe to the channel for more emotional stories that remind us how powerful ordinary people can be. Ethan Lawson was one of the wealthiest entrepreneurs in the country, but money had never protected him from loneliness. Years of building a billion-dollar company had cost him friendships, family dinners, and the simple joy of trusting people. Every meeting felt like a negotiation. Every smile seemed to hide an agenda. That evening, he had agreed to meet several investors at an elegant downtown restaurant to finalize an international business deal worth hundreds of millions of dollars. Everything appeared perfect on the surface, yet something about the atmosphere felt strangely cold. The waitress serving the private dining room was 26-year-old Emma Brooks. She worked double shifts 6 days a week to support her younger brother after their parents had passed away in a car accident. Most customers barely noticed but years of working in busy restaurants had taught her to observe details others ignored. While refilling water glasses, she noticed one of the investors repeatedly glancing toward a man sitting alone near the emergency exit. The stranger never touched his food. His eyes stayed fixed on Ethan's table, and one hand remained hidden beneath his coat. Emma continued serving as if nothing was wrong, but every instinct told her something terrible was unfolding. She overheard fragments of whispered conversations that made no sense until she noticed a folded floor plan partially sticking out of one investor's briefcase. She remembered seeing the same man secretly speaking with the stranger outside the restaurant only minutes earlier. Fear rushed through her, but she knew causing panic could put innocent people in danger. Unable to approach Ethan directly without drawing attention, Emma made a desperate decision. When preparing his bill, she circled several printed words already on the receipt and added just enough handwriting between them to create a warning that looked almost accidental. Then she calmly delivered it with the same professional smile she gave every customer. Ethan had spent years reading people during billion-dollar negotiations, and the moment he saw the message, he understood that the waitress was risking everything to warn him. Instead of looking around in panic, he quietly thanked her with a slight nod, placed his credit card inside the folder, and stood as though he were taking an important phone call. Walking naturally toward the hallway, he avoided attracting attention. As soon as he disappeared from the dining room, Emma noticed movement from the man near the emergency exit. The stranger abruptly stood and began following him. At the same moment, one of the investors looked around with growing confusion, realizing their opportunity was slipping away. What none of them expected was that Ethan had discreetly alerted restaurant security while walking toward the manager's office. The manager immediately contacted the police, explaining that there was a credible threat without causing panic among the guests. Within minutes, officers quietly surrounded the building and safely detained the armed suspect before anyone was harmed. The remaining individuals involved in the conspiracy were taken into custody without a single shot being fired. Investigators later discovered that the meeting had been part of an elaborate financial fraud. A small group of corrupt business partners planned to force Ethan into approving illegal transfers during the confusion of a staged emergency. The presence of the armed accomplice was meant to intimidate him into compliance if their scheme unraveled. Emma's quick thinking prevented not only a violent confrontation, but also a massive financial crime that could have affected thousands of employees whose jobs depended on Ethan's company. The days that followed brought endless media attention. Reporters praised Ethan for remaining calm under pressure, but he insisted that the real hero was someone almost nobody had noticed before that evening. He publicly thanked Emma for her courage, explaining that bravery is not measured by strength or wealth, but by choosing to do the right thing despite overwhelming fear. Emma's life changed in unexpected ways. Ethan offered to pay for her college education, but she politely declined the offer of charity. Instead, she asked for an opportunity to earn a better future through hard work. Impressed by her integrity, Ethan arranged an interview for her with the risk management department of his company, believing that someone with her awareness, honesty, and calm judgment possessed qualities that no resume could truly capture. Months later, Emma had built a new career helping protect employees and improve workplace safety. She often remembered the exhausting nights she spent carrying trays through crowded restaurants, never imagining that one ordinary shift would alter the course of her life. Ethan also found himself changing. The experience reminded him that trust could still exist in unexpected places, and that genuine character often wore an ordinary uniform instead of an expensive suit. If this story touched your heart, please support the channel by liking this video, sharing it with someone who believes in hope, leaving a comment, and subscribing for more inspiring stories based on courage, compassion, and second chances. Your support helps these messages reach more people who may need them. Before this story ends, I have one special request. Please comment with the words, "Kindness and courage still matter," if you believe one brave decision can change countless lives. Years later, whenever Ethan was asked about the most valuable business lesson he had ever learned, he never mentioned profits or investments. He spoke about a hard-working waitress who refused to ignore her instincts and chose courage over fear. He explained that fortunes can be rebuilt, companies can recover, and success can return after failure, but a human life can never be replaced. Emma never considered herself extraordinary. She believed she had simply done what anyone should do. Yet her quiet act of compassion became proof that heroes are often the people we overlook, and that sometimes the smallest message, written in the simplest way, can rewrite the ending of someone's entire life.